Welcome back to V-Rule. We are doing that giveaway. Once we reach 4,000 subscribers, we're going to give away the Pokemon 151 poster collection, 2 3-pack blisters of Surging Sparks, and 5 mystery card lots going out to 8 total winners. The number 8 is significant to me, and that's why I needed to rise it up to that and make sure that 8 of you can be the recipients of wonderful prizes from V-Rule. All you got to do is like, comment, and subscribe. Be a part of the channel. Hit the bell because I post 7 days a week. And take it that one little step further, and this is the part that really matters. Go over to this video here. That's the one. That's the one where you need to leave an additional comment, and that's where I'm going to be pulling the winners from once we reach that 4,000 subscriber mark. We are doing really well, marching our way there, but today is Thursday, so let's take a little break, kick back, relax, have a cup of coffee. I've heard a lot of you enjoy your mornings with your coffee. I'm doing the same while I'm recording, not only recording here, but hopefully getting this ready to share out to you on this fine Thursday where we look at the different Pokemon deals that are out there, the deals that we are thirsty for. So let's drink this up and let's dive in. We have A+ collectibles. I will say that A+ Collectibles has been really making it more and more difficult. Okay, the $100 to get free shipping, reasonable, very good, reasonable there. They had for a long time free shipping and no other extra fees, depending on where you're at. I don't think you had tax, so you got to look into that. Then they added their little A+ guarantee, which was a small, basically shipping and handling fee. And now they do the A+ guarantee based on a percentage of your cart, which really comes out to about the same as having like a 10 or 12% tax. So they don't call it shipping, and they don't call it any sort of handling fee. They just call it their A+ guarantee. Okay, well, you're paying 12% more, or about that. At least when I put it in the cart, it comes out to that. And it's okay, fine. Do the numbers, play the game like you do with every other site. And now I've come across a couple other things. One, if you make any orders that are pre-orders, you cannot cancel them. So let's say you pre-ordered Surging Sparks, then you found a better deal somewhere else, and you wanted to cancel that, you can't. That's a little bit, unsettling. I understand. They want to have those pre-orders earmarked for the people who are going to buy them, and then if people go find other deals and then they come back and cancel, they got to deal with relisting it and showing available. Okay, I mean, small price to pay to be able to offer a little bit of service to your customers. And then in addition, if you have pre-order items in your cart, they used to allow you to have things that are available now in there as well, and then everything would ship once the last item becomes available. And if you're waiting, if you're fine being patient, okay. But now you can't do that. If you mix it, they tell you it's not allowed, so it's pre-order only or stuff that's available now. Now that I'm done ripping on them, and that's really not the point. I'm really not trying to rip on them. What I'm saying is, over time, I've been noticing a little bit more and more and more that's kind of pulling me away. However, they do have good deals. You do the numbers. They still work out. It is still reasonable, but it's just little things that you could know about. So to whoever runs A+ Collectibles, sorry for being critical. I'm not trying to rip on you. I still order from you, and it's worked out to be the better price. And there are some deals that are worth noting. So that's why we're here, because until they're not worth talking about, I'm going to bring them up. We have a lot of the Stellar Crown available here, $35 on the UTB, $110 on the booster box. $2.99 on sleeve packs. There may be a limit on that. Bumped up just a little bit on the 3-pack blisters there, the $12.99. $19 on the booster bundle. And we have some other stuff, of course. There's a lot to go around here, but let's cycle through a little bit. Holy buckets, why is this so big? No idea. But $120 for the booster box. This may be worth it. Again, run the numbers once you get to cart, see what it really comes out to. Considering we're seeing it now averaging $140 in a lot of places. I think TCG Player has it around $140. Yeah, $120 may be good. Their little handling fee, whatever they want to call it, is on there. So run the numbers. Run the numbers, folks. That's what this is about. $11.99 on that Zapdos 3-pack blister and the Quagsire also $11.99. We can move over to Zulu's Board Games, another one that has been pretty good lately in their listings and their different packs, bundle options rather. So that Surging Sparks all-in combo, that was a really cool little bundle there. But man, you cannot find Surging Sparks too easily these days, and we haven't even released yet, folks. That comes out next week, Friday. But while we're over here, they do have Twilight Masquerade at $40 for the ETB. Considering the booster box is now over MSRP from the Pokemon Center website, from that $161 and change price. Since it's over that, it's kind of nice that this is still under MSRP. So take a look there. $60.99 for 2 Temporal Forces Elite Trainer boxes. Okay, that's $30.50 each. That's a pretty good price on an ETB if you're going with the pair. We can go here into a bundle of Paldea Evolved and Scarlet and Violet booster boxes, $225 rather. Okay, Scarlet and Violet, $100 all day. You could probably find it a little bit less. You're going to deal with some shipping and things. This is going to hit that threshold, no problem. I think they have a $100 threshold for free shipping, so you're going to be fine in that regard. But to get Paldea Evolved, then, for that $125, pretty darn reasonable. If that's a little bit too heated for you, $170, you can be in for the booster box and ETB from Pokemon Paldea Evolved. Again, a good set. I think it's not slipping in favor, but Surging Sparks is really sucking up the vibe of the entire hobby right now, and that's fine. That's fine. That's the way it goes. We all get a little bit fixated on these things, and then the next set comes out, and it's a hit or a miss, and then the next set comes out, same kind of thing, and then another one hits, and that's when it gets really exciting. So pretty decent deal here. If you're going to go 35 on the ETB, all right, then you're at what, 135 or something on the booster box? Is that right? Yeah. So, okay, you're kind of paying a little bit closer to that current market price and getting the deal here. Pretty reasonable there. Or go to 140 if you want to just go with the booster box on its own. You're in pretty good shape there as far as price point these days, and the reality, just the availability. All in there. Now, I looked at this not too far ago, 12 hours ago or something, and they had the booster box available at $135 for Surging Sparks, which right now is a good deal. Isn't that weird? That's a good deal, because right now you're finding around $140, $150 already. It's kind of shooting up there, getting a little wild. But it's gone. It's gone because I think that is a pretty good deal these days, leading up to the set release. I can't believe we haven't released and we're already talking almost MSRP on it. So Surging Sparks is going to be something different, folks. It's going to be a little bit more than we're used to, which makes me nervous about that SIR Pikachu. But the booster bundle at $21, that's pretty reasonable. There's been a lot of better deals in the past here where we had Son. Did I say Son? Seen. Or saw. You can use either of those, but both together does not work. A little English lesson for you, just called Rob. It is not super smart here. So the Surging Sparks booster bundle we had seen at a better price of like $19, $18 some places. So $21, not bad considering things have been a little bit more inflated lately. $40 on the ETB. There's availability. It does exist. All right. We go over to Smoke and Mirrors, and Surging Sparks here, gone all across the board. They do have other stuff, of course. You can always sift through and see what other things they have, which we are going to do real quick here. The Stellar Crown booster box at $105, $95 for Pokemon 151 Japanese booster box, available there. I think I have a better deal a little bit later on to show you, so that's something to think about. Are we actually interested in Shrouded Fable for the Mini 10 display? At $72, you might be. That's not a bad pack price there when you get into that. We do have other things. The Pokeball tins here, the case of them. So it'll be 2 Moonballs, Premier, all of them. You get the whole thing, but 2 Moonballs in there. That's kind of nice. That's the double up. So $65. I don't know if the pack selection is great in there. It's like Obsidian, Paradox, and I don't know what else. But it didn't seem great. Maybe it's not Paradox, but I thought Obsidian Flames is there, so it kind of brings it down in value to me. $55 on that Charizard Super Premium Collection. That one is pretty cool, I gotta say. The pack selection, not great. The figure, okay. It's a huge box. It's a huge figure. But it's a really cool display piece sealed. If you plan on keeping it sealed, I think this is a reasonable price. It's going to be a long-term hold, and it takes up some real estate, but I think that's pretty good there. That's about what I ended up paying for mine when I did it, just because I thought it'd be nice to have, and I think it's worked out pretty well. $35 on Twilight Masquerade for the Elite Trainer box, so now we already found it $5 cheaper. Good place to go there. Shiny Treasures, all right. Last year's high class set from the Japanese side of Pokemon TCG, and we have that at $38. These things were popping off at almost $100 a piece upon release. So give it some time, a little patience. Stay away from the FOMO. Gets you crazy. Rare Candy has quite a bit of stuff. A little bit difficult to navigate the site. It gets a little bit cluttered and messy. However, if you just know how to look through it and search through things, you can find some good deals. The Pokemon Dark Powers EX Special Collection at $20. This is the two-sided box, I think it is. Or maybe it's the... I can't remember. I thought it was a two-sided box. And you have Gengar in one and Absol in the other or something. I don't know. Have to look into that real quick here, I guess, and see if there's a little bit more to it. I don't know. 5 booster packs. Is that it? Is that it? Yeah, maybe it is. It's two-sided. Don't only have 5 packs in it. So $20. It's not bad considering it's usually like $30. So decent deal. I don't know if you want to pick that up. $90 here. We're still looking pretty under on this one. I think once we get to that time frame of Thanksgiving, the Black Friday deals, we're going to see a little something happening here where this thing starts popping off at $80, $79 or something. So keep your eyes on it. It's not a bad deal right now. That's actually pretty well under MSRP, but we probably might be able to find it a little bit better than that. $85. I think we just found a better deal here, folks, on Pokemon 151 Japanese booster box. No shrink wrap. This is not uncommon, so don't be surprised. This is not an uncommon thing that there'd be no shrink wrap. A lot of them had shrink wrap. Other allocations had it, and due to customs or something and importing it, all the shrink wrap had to be removed. So this is not uncommon. It's just something that kind of comes with the market. For me, it was worth paying the extra $5 or $10 at the time for the shrink wrap to be on there, and knowing that there's a little bit of a better layer of security, and the site I was buying from, there's a little bit of protection from that in their trustworthiness. So I'm not so familiar with this seller. I think that's the Poke JPN. Poke JPN, sorry. I'm not super familiar or anything, but a decent deal. Might be worth looking into. That's all we're saying there. Whoa, hey, what? $129.99 on Surging Sparks booster box. This may be worth the pickup, folks. This thing is climbing. We just saw a Game Nerds sell out at $135, so just $5 less here, and you can pick up one of these. It's through Rare Candy. I believe there's tax and shipping, so calculate what you got going on. No booster box, but Forge and Fire does have some things available. $10 for the pair on the check lane blisters, $37 for the ETB. You can go as far as a case on the booster bundle. That seems a little bit much to me, but you know, hey, everybody's different. You got a different budget than I got, and a different collection goal than I have. $59.95 on that super premium collection. All right, we found it a little bit better than that, but perhaps the way things work out, tax, shipping, whatnot, Josh's cards might be the way to go. $107 on Stellar Crown. Definitely some other deals across the board here. We saw the check lane blister from Surging Sparks coming out to $10 for the pair. This one would put you at about $8 for the pair. On Stellar Crown, is Surging Sparks similar? I don't know if I pulled it aside. I'd have to double check here. Oh yeah, I wanted to point this out. This is a pretty cool battle deck. Now, I'm not a big fan of decks. When I first started out, rejoined in collecting, I thought some of the decks were pretty cool, so I've picked up several in the past, from past Sun and Moon and Scarlet and Violet. No, not so much, sorry. Sword and Shield era. But this one's pretty interesting just for the fact that you have 3 Charizard EX, you have 2 of the Pidgeot EX, and Prime Catcher. These are not inexpensive cards as singles, so the fact that they're all in there, $24, that's not too bad. Not too bad at all. If we go into their Surging Sparks, there's really a whole lot of nothing available except for that ETB. There must be monster allocations because that's the one that seems to commonly pop up more often than not. So that promo everybody's excited about seems like they're going to be pretty readily available, which is good. And it looks to be that they're packing them the same way they did Stellar Crown, so they're pretty much useless now to me. No, I'm just kidding, but really not a fan of packing it with the dividers. Sam's Club, a couple good deals. The Crown Zenith Sea and Sky Premium Collection. These came out, everybody was going nuts. They thought these were going to be amazing, and they are pretty amazing. Pack price, pretty darn good for Crown Zenith. But look how readily available. We've been talking about this stuff for weeks. It's been on all over the place, other channels, everything. $195 for the Pokemon TCG Classic Box Card Pack. So Classic Collection Box. Very interesting set here. I think the Charizard alone is almost going for $100. So, you know, the rest of it for $95. Pretty good deal. Kind of intense there. Surging Sparks. Let's see. You can get the pair of 2 here. Where are we at? We're over at 763 collectibles. The pair of the Check-Lane blisters for $7.99. So that's pretty good. We have $14.99 on the Build and Battle box. This isn't coming out until late November. These actually come out in local card shops. Pre-release before the set releases, about a week before. So these are already out, and some of your local game stores might have them available. Usually they only allocate it for their pre-release events, and then the leftovers they hold on to until the official release of it, which doesn't happen until a month later usually, or about a month later. So 11/22 is going to be the release date, and at $15 that's not that bad. That's not that bad for a Build and Battle box. The set of 2 for $21. Okay, that's pretty good there. For the three pack blisters. Again, you're gonna have to run the numbers and make sense of it and see if you're good there. Hey, I already pulled it out here. $8 for the pair. All right, so that makes sense there. Oh yeah, I found Twilight Masquerade again. $36 on the ETB. These are kind of the pickup if you're looking to rip some packs of Twilight Masquerade, just because the pack price on a booster box is getting pretty wild, and you have the ETB that's kind of keeping it a little bit depressed, just a little bit in the area. That makes sense. We're going to end on something pretty neat here. Pokemon Terastal Festival booster box, the Japanese version. All right, here. This was the high class set coming out end of the year in Japan. $55 on this pre-order here. That's probably going to be pretty darn good. This is an EV set. It's only 10 packs. It's only 10 packs. A normal booster box is going to be 20 when it's Japanese. However, on their high-class sets, they're half boxes only. That's their biggest booster box, and $55. If they print this into the moon, if they go crazy on printing it, we could find it for less in the future. But I think there's going to be a lot of hype around this set, so this may be a reasonable pickup at this time. Not too sure. People are really excited about next year and what's coming with Terastal Festival and whatever it's going to be in the English version. And we have February to look forward to for additional Pokemon 151 coming out in that Blooming Waters kit. There's a lot to be excited about in Pokemon. How about getting excited about free Pokemon cards? The Pokemon 151 poster collection going out to one lucky subscriber of this channel. We're going to do 2 3-pack blisters of Surging Sparks for 2 additional winners, and 5 Pokemon card lots that I'm going to design, put together, and get those available to 5 additional winners from there. So 8 winners overall. All we got to do is get to that 4,000 subscriber mark, and I showed you in the beginning on how to make sure you have your chance to enter. Also, you can check the description below. I spell it out there. And don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe, and be sure to hit the bell, because I post 7 days a week. And with that, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.